All right. So we're back to working on this Toyota again. Anyhow, got it out. I actually moved the transmission over just to get the engine to slide out past everything. Very, very tight fit. This one is a manual transmission. They didn't make too many of these Toyota Camrys with a manual. This one has a 5-speed. So we're going to take this off and put it on the new motor. Along with all the sensors. So all the sensors that are on this motor are going on that one. And probably the heat shield. And that's probably about it. No, I gotta put that engine hanger back on there because I don't know where the other one is. I got 3 of these motors sitting here now, and the only one that's good is that one. So it is what it is. This one's out. That one's going in. So one step closer to getting it done. Everything else in here looks pretty decent. The motor mounts are good. The exhaust, as far as I know, is good. And I didn't have to undo any of that linkage. One issue I did run into is the CV axle on the other side of the transmission does not want to come out. So that's going to be an issue at some point whenever that gets replaced. That one's going to not want to come out. So it's going to be a struggle to get that one out of there, but it will come out eventually. After I get this motor stabbed back in here and get the transmission and the motor mated together, I do need to refill this transmission with new fluid, because when you pull this drive shaft out of this hole down here, it drains everywhere, and it lost about 2 quarts. So that'll need to be filled. But all in all, this is coming along with the limited time that I am able to work on this and still get other customers' jobs done at the same time and work 40 hours a week. So, but you know, if you want to chase your dreams, you got to do what you got to do to get there, and that's what I'm doing. But yeah, everything else looks really good. I mean, the original motor was leaking a lot of fluid down here. I mean, you can see just oil build up everywhere. Everything's just covered in it. So I may go ahead and spray that down and hit it with the pressure washer since I'm here, because if I'm gonna have to keep working on this car in the future, I do not want to be working on a super greasy, oily car. It is not fun. I prefer it to be clean. So if this becomes a return customer that keeps coming back, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, so that's not an issue in the future. Because, I mean, it's really hard to tell if you have a leak anywhere if this is already an issue. You want that stuff clean so you can tell if there's any issues in the future, and you're not just going, oh, it's still greasy and nasty under here. That won't be an issue anymore. That's going to get cleaned. Everything else looks pretty good. I have not been able to get to the point where I've got this clutch off to really check it, but just by looking at it from the side, it still has some life in it. I do need to find out if we're going to go ahead and replace that, because it looks like it's down there pretty good. I mean, there's probably not much life left in it, and it's just better to replace it while it's out and not have to do this again ever. At least that's the hope. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this clutch plate off. Really get a good look at it. Get this flywheel put over on the other motor, and try to get this motor stuck back in there tomorrow. Because yeah, it takes time. It's what it is. But it's coming along. Not much light there. Here. Let's put some light on it. Really look at it. So as you can see those slots there. Just like a brake pad. You can see there's life left in there. But where are we at? There we are. But if you look on the clutch side, it's actually a little more worn than the surface of the flywheel. So it's going to be up to him whether he wants to replace it or not, or if he just wants to push it down the road and do it later. But like I said, it's easier doing it when it's out.